Hey guys, Eli here. In this video, we're going to discuss, does your environment affect your performance? What we're going to cover in this training is two of the most important skills that you can have inside of your business, how to build what I term your financial bridges, the impact of your environment on your performance, and how to optimize your environment and your life to improve your business. Now, these are the two most important skills that you can possibly have. The first is focus. The second is consistency. Both of these skills are vital for your success inside of your business. Being able to focus on one thing without being distracted by all of the shiny objects that come up or all of the new opportunities that appear is vital, okay? Every time you go onto YouTube, you'll be hit with a new ad, somebody shouting at you down the lens of a camera saying, this is the new opportunity that I have. This is the new thing, the new push button strategy to make money, to change your life. It's so important that you are able to use your blockers and ignore those ads, ignore those new shiny objects that come up, because you have to understand that you need to focus on one thing. There are so many different business models out there. What it comes down to is they all work. You need to pick one and commit to it. Focus in on that business model that you've chosen. And I'm assuming that that business model for you is e-commerce if you're watching this video. But you need to be able to use your blockers, blinders, whatever you want to call them, but do not pay attention to these new shiny objects that will appear, okay? My thing is e-commerce, your thing is e-commerce if you're watching this video. So we are in the e-commerce club, so just focus in on e-commerce. Do not be distracted by all of the new shiny things, the new push button strategies that will come up. The second important skill that you need to have is being consistent, taking action every single day, regardless of the outcome. When you're starting out, you might be spending a lot of time and see little results. You might see no results. You might actually lose money in the beginning, okay? But you are in this for the long term. You are developing skills, okay? It's exponential growth. You're gonna start out like this, like this, like this, like this. You might not see any results for a few months, okay? But then all of a sudden, up you go, exponential growth will hit. And when it does, it hits hard and it hits fast, okay? So, but you're only going to experience that if you can go through those initial phases of understanding that when you're starting out, you need to be consistent. You might not see any results straight away, but that is okay, okay? Because it's part of the process. You're developing skills that will allow you to experience that exponential growth curve over time, okay? Having great focus and being consistent, they are the two most important skills that you can have inside of your business. Now, this is what happens to most people. This is what I call financial bridges. People start their journey. They're just starting off, and their goal, usually for most people, definitely for me, when I started out, my goal was to make some money online, okay? So in this scenario, we're starting our journey. We're trying to get to the other side, which is money. You need to go from where you are currently to where you want to be, okay? It's that transition. Over time, people will start getting a little bit closer to their goal. Their bridge will start being a little bit more built, okay? They're getting closer. They don't have any money yet, but they're getting closer. They're putting in the work. They're doing the right things. They still don't have money, but if they keep consistent, they're going to reach the other side. And understand, money is not going to come if your bridge is not built. So the whole goal is to get from where you are to the other side, the greener pastures, where the money is, okay? So what happens is people start their journey and then they get a bit closer and then they get even more further down the track. Their bridge is nearly built, but then they get hit with an ad. They get hit with Amazon FBA or affiliate marketing or SM social media marketing or whatever, right? It's some new opportunity. They're so close to actually having this bridge built of their current opportunity, but then they make that opportunity switch. They fall into that trap. They get distracted by the next shiny object and they start all over again. Okay, so their bridge never got built. And this is a cycle. It happened to me when I first started out, and now I'm super aware of it. You need to finish your bridges. Only once your bridge is built, you get to the other side, and then you start making money. That is when you can build another bridge. So this is what you need to do. You need to be committed, consistent, and have a ton of focus. You need to build your bridge. You need to stay in your lane and push hard to make sure you go from where you are, put in the time, put in the work, and get your bridge built. Get over to the side where you can start taking that bag of money, but you can only do that if you stick it out and finish your bridge. Once you have finished your bridge, you've started making money. Understand that money changes everything, okay? You can now reinvest those profits into building out a bigger team, automating, delegating, a full team of people, okay? So then you can start looking into opening new stores, okay? Having multiple stores running, diversifying your income, okay? But you can't do that until you have a bridge built, okay? Do not try and build multiple bridges at one time. Focus in on one thing, push hard, use your focus, be consistent, get your bridge built, get to the money. When money starts coming in, then the game is changed. You can start building a team, then you can build another bridge. Once that bridge is built, build another bridge, okay? But don't build bridges and then half-ass them and they're not finished, okay? This is super important. This is a concept that I learned a while ago, and it's a game changer for me when it comes to mindset. When you understand that you have to finish a bridge, okay? Finish a bridge, then reinvest, build another bridge, finish the bridge, build another bridge, okay? It's so hard to do when you don't have income coming in. Back to environmental effects, okay? So understanding that your environment can have a significant impact on your ability to focus and to stay consistent. Personally, I've recently actually moved house to improve my own environment and to optimize my ability to focus and my ability to execute tasks consistently, okay? So just this last weekend gone, I've literally just finished moving house, okay? And I did that because the environment I was in, it wasn't conducive to good focus and for me to be consistent, okay? So this place, it's a much better environment for me personally, okay? Much less noise. I'm near the water, so I get the occasional big boat horn, but other than that, it's a much better environment for me to actually execute on the tasks that I need to execute on. Understand this, I am not saying for a second that you need to go move house, okay? But I do want you to be mindful of your environment and understanding that your environment can impact and does impact your performance. So here are 7 tips that you can use to optimize your environment. So the first one is to make your bed. These tips are simple, but they will have an enormous effect because you have to understand the person that's going to make 6 or 7 or 8 figures with their business is not the same person that is lazy, okay? It is not the person that eats shit, drinks alcohol, parties all the time. That person is not going to be the person that runs a highly profitable and sustainable business. As silly as you might think they are, understand that my own profits, my own bank balance skyrocketed when I started making my bed. Before I moved into really taking online business seriously, I was quite lazy, all right? I didn't make my bed. I ate whatever I wanted. I drank whatever I wanted. I didn't really have any accountability. Understanding it's all about habits. You need to be the person, you need to become and force yourself to become the person that is going to operate at that high level, okay? Simple tasks like making your bed are vital, okay? It's like in the military. I used to be in the police force, for example. Now, not the same as the military by any stretch of the imaginations, but you know, they did bed checks throughout the academy. Your bed had to be made. It's the same thing. They're trying to instill that discipline in you because if you can't do something as low level as making your bed, you're going to struggle at to achieve a high level of discipline. So which also falls back to consistency. Now the next one is keeping your workplace and your house clean. That's another thing that I really have changed about myself, is understanding that your workplace, your space around you, needs to be tidy. If you're living in a cluttered space, your mindset is going to be cluttered. Having a very clean apartment, house, whatever you're living in, as well as your workspace, make sure your desk is tidy. If your desk is messy, you're going to struggle to have a clear mind, okay? Another thing is, number 3 is to make your own workspace. Having your own space to work is super important. Now, I know some people might have families. I don't have any children. It might be a little bit different, or if you're a single parent, it might be a little bit harder. But whatever you have to do, it's super important to have good focus and to be able to be consistent, that you have your own space where you can do 1, 2, 3, whatever hours of work. You need to have your own space where you're not being interrupted, where you can just laser focus in on what you need to do and get it done. The next thing is exercise daily. This is something that I'm looking at improving with myself currently. I'm no fitness model or fanatic, but that's something that I'm personally trying to improve, because I know that having a healthy body equals a healthy mind equals a healthy business. Okay, so that's something that I'm trying to work on, and I encourage you to try and get some daily exercise in as well. Another one is getting plenty of sleep. This is one that affected me when I was starting out. It still does a little bit, but making sure you're going to bed at the right time. I used to push it way too much, and I'd stay up to like 1, 2 a.m. in the morning to get work done. And then it would really affect my consistency, because the next day I'd be really sluggish. My mindset and my thinking just wasn't operating where I needed it to be. I was making poor decisions. I was just tired, okay? I was fatigued all the time. So making sure you're going to bed at the right time, you're getting a good amount of sleep, you're fresh and ready to go the next day. I understand that some people, they're working 9 to 5, they're going to have to stay up a little bit later. Try and get at least 6, 7, preferably 8 or more hours of sleep, okay? It is super important. You're going to feel way better. You're going to operate at a high level. Your business will thank you for it. Another thing is, 1, if you're doing drugs, cut that shit out, okay? No drugs. And if you're drinking, keep it to a minimum, or stop drinking altogether. I don't drink often. And when I do, it's usually at a social gathering, okay? I don't just drink, just on a Friday or Saturday. I only really drink if I'm going out somewhere. And even then, I usually drive still, so I might only have 1 or 2. So understanding that, drugs, cut that shit out. Stop doing drugs, okay? That will mess with your brain. You need to be able to operate at a high level. Alcohol, if you're going out and partying all the time, understand it has a roll-on effect that the next day, maybe even 2 days after, you're going to be feeling and paying for that night. It's going to be hard to be consistent and execute on a daily basis if you're feeling like crap the very next day. And the last thing is stop eating shit food, okay? So stop putting junk into your body. It's something I'm trying to work on as well. I'm trying to work on exercise and getting my diet down. That's what I'm trying to work on. Understand that I'm not perfect. This is what I'm trying to improve on. You need to identify what you need to improve on. Maybe your eating is on point, okay? Maybe your exercise is on point, but maybe there's a few things in here that maybe you could improve on. For me, eating is one of them. I need to make sure I'm putting the right foods in my body. Lastly, understand that all of these factors, they're interrelated. And if they're not kept in check, they will all compound and destroy your business. Because for me, for example, if I don't eat well, if I eat crappy foods, then I'm more inclined to not exercise. And then, I might have some alcohol, and then I become a bit more lazy, so I won't make my bed. And then, it has this big compound effect. Okay, this is what's called systems thinking. Understand that these are not in isolation. If you don't get sleep, you might not exercise. You might start eating bad food. Okay, and it's a snowball effect that will really, really, really hurt your business. The better I can get this stuff down, I know that the better my business operates, okay? And I'm sure it is going to be the same for you. So this is things that you need to hone in on, work out what, if not all of them, can be improved, and make sure you are improving them, okay? These things are simple, but they will make a massive difference. If I didn't think they wouldn't make a massive difference, I wouldn't be making a video on this. So that's it, guys. Moving forward, if you got some value from this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Come and join the E-commerce Revolution Facebook group. The link is in the description down below. And check out the Quick Start Pack. It's a really affordable package that I put together to help save you a ton of time, energy, and money when starting out with your e-commerce business. And that's it for this video, guys. I do hope you got a lot of value out of this one. Like I said, please give it a like. Any questions I'll reply to in the comments section, and subscribe if you haven't. And guys, that's it from me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.